Hello, my name is Chris Malone, and I will be your instructor for the DSCI 622 course here at Winona State University in the summer of 2024. I've been teaching here at Winona State University for over 20 years, and more recently have been teaching content for the data science curriculum here at Winona State University. My home department is the math and stat department, but I consider myself very applied in nature and hopefully will provide you what you feel is a quality course. The name of this course is Modeling and Predictive Analytics in Healthcare, and this course is for students in two different programs, the Healthcare Leadership Administration program and also the Performance Analytics Master's program here at Winona State University. Okay, let's go ahead and show you a little bit about how the setup of the course is going to be. There is here is the D2L page for this course. There is two sections depending on what program you're in. So there will be a DSCI 622-01 and also a DSCI 622-02. The two courses or two sections are going to be run the same. The assignments will be the same. The course materials will be the same, etc. They're just two different sections for the administrative side of things. I use primarily a secondary site to D2L. So I use a site that's at statsclass.org is where you're going to find your course content. The submission of your assignments will happen at StatsClass. The gradebook will happen at StatsClass, etc. So what I primarily use D2L for is the calendar so that you know when assignments are due, and then also announcements will be posted here as well inside of your D2L site. So let's go to StatsClass for a minute and show you what that setup is. So here is the website. Again, it's statsclass.org. I am running a couple of different summer classes. So obviously for 622, we'll be clicking on that link. That'll take you to our course website here. And that's what we have here. So this is a pretty just straightforward website, not too fancy. I have announcements up here at the top. So that's where you will see your announcements for whenever you come to the landing page here. There's some already set up here. So setting up your StatsClass account, how do I submit my notes, etc. So these will be where your announcements are. The course materials here will be right here next. This table will just continue to fill out as we go from week to week. So here you can see we have our course notes and then a video for those course notes. And then almost all modules will have a homework assignment that is associated with that module, and that will be provided right here. I do have a video archive of all videos that I make, so that'll be in the table right below here. So if you miss something, you should be able to go there to see the archive. Okay, let's talk a little bit about some of the content for the course then. You do have to have a student account at statsclass.org. Now this account is going to be different than your school account for D2L. Okay, so it's completely separate. We need this account so that we can submit the course notes and also the submission of your homework assignments. Okay, so that account is necessary. Here is a video for setting up that account that's provided here. To get that process started, you would just click on the login link up here, and then you would need to create an account. So you click Create Account here. But again, what I'd like you to do is watch the video that is specific for setting up that StatsClass account. That's going to be the best. The course notes. So the course notes are an interactive set of course notes that have been developed for this course and continue to be developed. The course notes are divided into modules and parts. These interactive notes will require you to complete various tasks and/or answer questions that are embedded within the notes. After you submit your notes, the answers are going to be provided to you for those questions or tasks that I asked you to do. It is important for you to go back and read those responses that I automatically provide to you. This will help you and check your understanding of the course material. Again, there's a video for how to submit your course notes. I can show you real quickly here. You will be clicking on the notes here. So these are your course notes. Just look at this first set. So I don't have PowerPoint slides, but what I do is have these course notes set up in this way. There's a video that accompanies this module. So if you go back here, this video will accompany these notes. You'll just go through, listen to the video, or read these notes here. We'll go through these. And then inside or embedded in these notes are going to be questions. So I think the first set here, the questions are at the end. So if we go down to the very end here, there'll be questions for you to answer. So there's 2 questions here that you have to provide answers to regarding the course notes that we went over. Now these happen to be at the end of this document, but sometimes these questions or tasks will be embedded within the notes. So you'll just have to carefully go through the notes and make sure that you provide answers to each of these questions or tasks inside of the course notes. Now, in order for you to do a couple of things here, you must be logged in when you're doing your course notes. So you got to create that account, and then you need to log in before you start completing your course notes. That is so that I know who is submitting these notes. So I need to know that because you get points for submitting these. Once your notes are submitted, you can go back into this document, and underneath your responses will be my responses or my answers to these questions. So that's how we go about checking your understanding and making sure that you are comfortable with the material that is being presented here. I would like you to do these course notes before you go and do the assignments. So if we go back, the process here would be that you would review the notes, use the video to help you review the notes, and then complete the homework assignment associated with that. And then we just repeat. So section 1.2 would be displayed next. I usually launch these about 1 or 2 per week, and we have several that'll take us throughout the course. So those are the course notes. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the computing. So there is going to be some heavy use of computing technologies. We will be using Google Colab as our framework for getting most of our computing done. What that means is you're able to run these programming languages through a web browser. So that works pretty well. We'll be using primarily R, but possibly some Python when we're doing our programming languages. Students in this course typically have a variety of skills regarding computing, so I don't make any assumptions about your computing level. Okay, so it's okay if you've not done a lot of computing or programming. I will help you through this, and I will provide substantial support for you to get through the necessary computing elements for the course. To put it bluntly, I'm going to write most of the code for you, so you won't have to worry about writing code. You're going to be executing that code or running that code, maybe making some really small tweaks to that code, but most importantly, you're going to be getting that output and then interpreting what that output means. So again, I want to ease your concerns over the computing. There will be some computing. We will be using fairly sophisticated programming languages, but I'm here to help you get through that element of the course. As I stated above, most modules are going to include a homework assignment. The homework assignments will be distributed through Google Docs. You're going to complete those assignments, save those to your Google Drive, and then what you actually submit to me is just a shareable link of your assignment. Okay, that's what I need. There is no uploading of a document to the D2L Dropbox or anything of that nature. Those assignments actually sit on your Google Drive, and I simply need a shareable link to that assignment. If you prefer using Word, that is fine. You can take those Google Docs, move them into Word, and if you're a Microsoft SharePoint user, that's fine. You can leave them on Microsoft. I just need a shareable link to that document. There is a video showing you how to go about doing that, so I made a video for submitting your homework assignments. Talk a little bit about grades. So the grades, you're going to be determined through 2 assessments or 2 different elements. The first is the course notes. You're going to get points for completing the course notes, or at least attempting to complete the course notes. I will give you 5 points for every set of course notes that you complete or attempt to complete. If you do not complete the task or answer the questions posed in the course notes, you don't get any points for that. Okay, so every module you will earn 5 points by simply going through and trying to answer the questions or complete the tasks that are provided in the course notes. Once we've completed the course notes, then we're going to move on to the assignments. The assignments are going to have 2 components to them. A technical component, which is going to be basically the coding elements, and then the write-up for that assignment. The technical component is going to be worth up to 5 points. 5 points if you completed that component. 3 points if you made a reasonable attempt to sufficiently complete the technical component by the due date. And then 0 points if there was no attempt made to complete the technical component. So again, this mostly just consists of executing the code that I've provided to you. Maybe making some small tweaks in that code, but basically just executing the code that I've provided. The more important element, okay, which is worth twice as many points as the technical component, is the write-up. So here's where you're going to be looking at the output, providing a discussion about what that output means, writing that up, etc. Certainly clear and concise communication is going to be an important component of that element. I do give partial credit on that, just depending on how complete that write-up is. One thing about submission of homeworks is that once the due date has passed, okay, the solutions are automatically posted for that assignment. So if the due date is a Monday night at 11:59 p.m., the system automatically will post the solutions after that deadline. So that is important because I cannot accept late work. Once the solutions have been posted, I will not let you turn that assignment in. Okay, so that is a very strict deadline for me, is that homework assignments must be turned in by the deadlines, by the due dates. Something that I should have mentioned on the course notes, those do not have a deadline associated with them. Well, it's the end of the semester. So you have till the end of the semester to complete the course notes. Okay, so that's not, the course notes don't have like weekly deadlines, but the homework assignments do. So again, just to be very clear on this, once the due date has passed for a homework assignment, the solution is automatically posted. That's the way the system is set up. And once the solution is posted, I cannot accept work. So it is important that you get your homework assignments in on time. As far as grades go, the way that I do my grading for DSCI 622 is 85% and above is an A, 75 to 85 is a B, and then goes down from there. To be honest, most people earn an A or a B in this course. Here are your learning outcomes for DSCI 622. Those are all listed there. I will let you read those. We do have a course syllabi here that is provided. I can quickly go through some of the elements there. My office here is in Gildemeister 141, so we can certainly meet in person if you happen to be in Winona or around campus. More likely it's going to be through Zoom, so there is my Zoom room there. There is the course website, stats class. There is no required textbook for this course. There are some references listed here. This first one is using predictive analytics to improve healthcare outcomes. That one is less technical and more about how you can use these types of things to improve healthcare outcomes. The second one is also more about the application of these things and managerial perspectives, so that it's a little bit different there. So that's more of a manager approach to predictive analytics. And then these last two are more technical in nature around the content that you're going to be learning. There's a course description provided. The prerequisites, basically we'd like you to have a statistics course. It can be Stat 601, or it could be HLA 301 or Stat 301. Any introductory statistics course is what I'm assuming that you've had for a prereq. Here are our learning outcomes again. Discussion about the assessments with the course notes, and then your homework assignments. Grades, as we talked about. We've already covered these things. And then the topic outline is down here in the bottom. So these are the topics that we will be covering in this course, not necessarily in this order, but we should cover most of those topics. You're going to be making predictions for numerical responses, making predictions for non-numeric responses. Hopefully we'll get into some discussion of some of these other things as well in this course. Okay, so that's kind of your introductory video for DSCI 622. I will get the first module posted, and the first assignment won't be due probably until the middle or end of the second week is usually when that first assignment is due. Good luck with the course. Make sure and reach out if you have questions or concerns. And all right, we'll talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.